disconnect, and I want to give you guys a little bit of insight on how I think about these things. Because if you knew, perhaps you knew how I think about these things, maybe you would understand my motivations. So, as far as when it comes to things like Twitch and YouTube, I'm not a YouTuber. And any success that's occurred on YouTube is basically No Pants taking what he's able to use from my Twitch and uploading it to YouTube. It's not I'm not a YouTuber. I'm a Twitch streamer and I like streaming. In fact, I love streaming. And what I want to have as a streamer, as someone, let's say I'm Aris Tarantino, right? And this is like I'm sitting on a chair with some dweeb and he's asking me about the way I think, right? So what I want for my stream is I want my stream to feel like a place where you're invited to participate, but as soon as I don't fucking like you, you're no longer welcome. Similar to, like, let's say my home. You know, like, if you were my friend and I invited you here, you are expected to behave in a way that I find to be desirable. And if I don't want you, as in I don't like the way you behave, I like the idea of taking the stream away from you, as in banning you. You see? So I want to have a place like that. I want that to be my stream. A place where people feel welcomed and there's inside jokes and people who are new feel bullied and people who are not regulars don't feel welcome. Like, that's what I like. I think it's funny and I think it's a cool environment for me to be in. And I want, as a creator, if you're going to call me that, I want my YouTube channel to be a place where I can highlight things that are appropriate for YouTube. Now, this is where the whole VODs things comes into the picture. Why don't I want VODs on YouTube? Let me explain to you why. At least up until now, I haven't wanted VODs on YouTube. Because I go through, first of all, there are many reasons, okay? There are many reasons. But one of those reasons is I spent a lot of my precious time banning people. Why would I spend all that time banning people if they could just turn around and go next door and watch the thing that they just got banned from? It really wouldn't have much of a fucking effect banning people if there was a place where they could just go and watch my stream right next door. It doesn't make any sense for me to waste all this time if I'm not actually punishing them, right? So why would I want to just have all my streams available forever to then condone people to behave like bitches and get banned and have the attitude of, well, fuck you, I'm just going to go watch it over here then. Okay, go ahead, but not for long, wherever it is. You know, there's a big difference between taking my stream and making a video out of it, like Aris laughs at funny names. Okay, funny. Or making a video of highlighting something I'm saying and making a transformative work, that's one thing. But taking every one of my VODs and uploading them is literally, as Aris Tarantino, what I don't want. I want my stream to feel as though it is not a right. You do not have the right to be here and see it. You don't. You don't have to pay for it. I'm not putting a paywall. I'm saying you have to behave yourself in a manner that I find acceptable. And if you don't, you're no longer invited. You don't have, it's a privilege. It's not a right. So when people say something like, why are you doing this? Or you need to upload your VODs, it is an example of you've been trained by other streamers that you like to think that this is acceptable behavior. And I'm trying to tell you, as the person in control of my movies, you know, I'm Aris Tarantino. I get to choose what I make and what I don't make and the feeling of them. The reason why you're frustrated about my VODs not being on the internet is likely because you are a bitch and you're fucking banned Fuck you, dude. Nopants is my employee. He does what I want him to do. He doesn't do what you want him to do. I pay him with my money. And keep in mind, those of you who think that YouTube is something that is so like, why doesn't he do this? I don't make a penny off of YouTube. I lose money on YouTube. Literally, it costs me money every month, forever. And it always has, because I pay taxes on it. But I give all of the earnings to Nopants. It's his earnings. You see what I'm saying? So when you factor that in, why would I then go to YouTube comments and start letting these losers tell me how to run my movies? When I'm over here losing money on paying Nopants, he better do what I fucking want him to do. Think about the situation here. And that's only one reason that you have not considered. People are so fucking stupid. They say shit like, I have no idea. He didn't monetize it. Why? What's the problem? I didn't monetize it. Are you so fucking stupid that you think that that is the rationale here? Think of it this way. Could there be factors that are in play that you don't know about? Like, for example, right? Now you know I don't make any money on YouTube, right? So what does that mean to me? When I do a sponsored stream, right? Let's say some random shitty company comes up to me and goes, you know what? We want to pay you to play our game for 2 hours. I can use my YouTube as a bargaining chip to them. I can say, okay, I'll play your game for 2 hours for this much, or I'll play your game for 2 hours and upload a VOD to my YouTube. It has this many followers. They could be like, oh, okay, I'll pay you more because of this bargaining chip that I have, and I wouldn't have that if I uploaded all of my VODs to YouTube. What would I have if I uploaded all of my VODs to YouTube? Well, I would have a place where banned people could go and their comments would be not moderated and they would just be able to fucking be banned. Do I want that? Does that sound sick to you? Think about these things, man. You're just leaving comments like, fuck Nopants. And I will admit, I couldn't agree with you more. Right? But that's neither here nor there. You're not Nopants' boss. I am, dude. I fucking pay the guy. You know? We're friends. He's my friend. But I pay the guy. I should get what I want. If I don't get what I want from Nopants, then I would stop paying him. He does a great job. He does what I want him to do. Because it's my fucking YouTube channel. You know? That's the whole point of a Nopants. Anyone who wants an editor who edits the way they want to do it. You know? He's like an extension of my... That's why he fucking bans you. You know? He does a good job. You know? And he's not doing... The thing I think you need to remember is that he's not doing a good job for you. He's not trying to impress you. He's not trying to make you think like, wow, Nopants is doing a great job. That's not what his job is. His job is me thinking Nopants is doing a great job. You see? Nobody on earth gives a fuck if you think Nopants is doing a good job. Except me. I'm the one. I'm the one that decides, you know? I pay the guy to do this job. So what's it to you how he does it? Why do you think it's up to you how it's done? Now, okay. All that being said, I have realized recently, because of this, that there is a demand for my VODs that is not only from people who are banned. There are people who are not banned, and they want my VODs, right? I can understand that that is a reality of the situation. And that's where you come into the picture. Okay? This guy's talking. Hey, you're talking a lot. You're about to be banned. What do you want? I loved the unban request streams. I'm glad they are uploaded. Some things are so fun. I want to watch it again. I want to be able to run a stream where if I don't like this guy, I can ban his ass and he's never invited again. And it really doesn't have anything to do with his intentions or motives or who he is. Doesn't matter. I just want to be able to read something and say, you know what? I don't fucking like this guy. Fuck off. And that's it. That's something I want as Aris Tarantino. I want this place to be a no homers club. I want this place to be a place where you can show up. The rules are the rules. They're not written down. You're just going to have to figure them out. And, it's just, one thing I want to know from you is, do you think it's audacious of me to want to be able to control something like that? To be able to say, I don't want my VODs to be out there just so that people can just get banned and go watch them anyway. Is that audacious of me, or is that within am I allowed to think that? I think I am. I'm not putting a paywall. I think that would be rude of me to say that if you want to watch my VODs, you need to pay me. I think if you do that, that's your business. But as I was saying earlier, the difference that I see between Twitch and YouTube, the real difference between these two things is that I feel like to succeed on YouTube, you have to do it a certain way. There is a formula. You have to. There is a formula. You have no choice. You have to have an intro. You have to have an outro. You have to play the game. You have to say, subscribe. You do a call to action. You say, all right, everybody, leave a comment. You have to literally tell people to do things. How often have you heard me say, subscribe to me, or give me a donation or something? Tell me how many times. Because if it's anything other than 0, outside of a joke, I can't even think of a time. So you see, on YouTube, success, you don't have much of a choice on how to be successful. But what makes Twitch sick is that you do. On Twitch, you have the choice. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You can just bring something consistent, reliable, and valuable to Twitch, and you will succeed. You don't need to say, hey, everybody, I'm living proof right here. You don't need an HD camera. You don't need to stream in anything. I just got an email from my Twitch cop that's saying Twitch is adding 2K streaming. I'm thinking, 2K streaming? Anyway, and I'm thinking to myself, the beauty of Twitch really is that you can succeed on it and do it your way. You're not locked into YouTube. And the whole reason why nopants even got hired by me is because I, as someone who's on the internet and makes content for people to watch, realized that I don't like YouTube's formula. The formula of YouTube requires me to behave a certain way that I don't want to tell you what to do. I don't want to tell you to subscribe. I used to put buy a shirt, will ya? I even stopped doing that. I don't want to tell you what to do. If you like me, you will do it. And that will be because you wanted to, not because I told you to. I don't like telling people what to do like that. So because of this natural thing, it pushed me away from YouTube. And I noticed, okay, nopants is doing a good job. I'm going to hire him. He's going to be my YouTube guy. He's going to run the YouTube, and he's going to turn it into whatever he turns it into. And if you ask me, he did an amazing job because it's way bigger than I ever expected. It's crazy. And here's the thing. When all these people say shit like nopants is so lazy and shit, of course, on the surface, I'm going to agree with you because it's funny, right? But in reality, you don't understand that nopants is not here to please you. He's not here to please you. You don't pay him. I fucking pay him, and he's not cheap. Okay? He's expensive. So if I'm to go to sleep at night, if I'm to literally pay taxes on this guy as my employee, you better believe I want him to do as I wish. It's my stream. It's my YouTube. And I, as Aris Tarantino, like the idea of my stream being a place that you don't just have the right to be a part of. You have to be cool. That way, the people who are here feel good. They feel like they're cool. They feel like their behavior is up to my standards, and that's all that really matters. They're invited, right? That level, that feeling that the people who regularly visit my stream, that feeling that they can show up here, they know I'm never going to talk about politics. I'm never going to talk about anything stupid like that doesn't belong on Twitch. It's just going to be a place where I say stupid shit, and we can, all of us, trust me, can escape the things that we don't want to be around that suck. You know, myself included. I use you guys just the same way you likely use me, as a way to put aside all of my issues in my life and just talk shit and loosen up, right? So, like, basically where you come into the picture is, do I have that right? Do I have the right? Am I being a bitch? Am I being audacious to say, I don't want my VODs just available for any asshole to watch? When I turned this stream on today, before the stream started, this guy showed up and he literally put a big ass paragraph in my chat. He said, so are we expected to sit through these breaks and not be able to skip to the next? Like, the way he was talking to me, it was like someone who really, like, you're a drill sergeant. Like, what is this? You know, let me see that. Do tap. Like, what are you fucking telling me? Are you serious? You're talking to me that way? I don't even understand where you got the idea that it's okay. So when I think about it, where did he get the idea for him to obviously be so entitled and think that this is a way to speak to me? Where did he get the idea? I know where he did. It's because of the culture of YouTube. On the culture of YouTube, you get like channel update videos, and you get like things that are going on in my personal life, and you get the streamer or the YouTuber connecting with the viewer in this way where they're just like involving them in this weird fucked up way, and you're used to that. You think that's why you think that nopants is your fucking employee, because you're used to thinking that the YouTube obviously wants to please the viewers. That's YouTube. Hello. Obviously they want to please them, but that's not true. YouTube is, I'm hiring this guy to make something that I like. This is for me. I like my YouTube the way it is. Have you ever noticed that? This is another thing you definitely have not noticed. Those of you who are frustrated about no VODs on YouTube, you're not even thinking about this like from a rational perspective. Have you ever noticed that I say things that are outrageous? Like, talk about, let me give you an example. Recently on the radio, they were talking about how young people in middle school and high school use ChatGPT and AI for a therapist. And as a result, they are killing themselves. They are committing suicide. That's something that I discussed on stream and thought it was like worth mentioning. You know, it's worth mentioning because it is shocking and it's an example of AI killing humans. It's like some Skynet shit, right? Well, I mentioned that. But you can't just talk about suicide on YouTube, you know. Even if you just say the word fucking suicide, or even maybe retard, or maybe many other words, YouTube will pick that up and will flag your channel as a high-risk channel because you're saying things that are not acceptable. The reason why I don't upload every one of my fucking VODs is because I would then have to, first of all, carefully evaluate the YouTube terms of service, which, do you think I want to do that? Then I would have to literally adjust how I speak and the things that I say and the things that I'm okay with saying, just to be able to then appease to people who want my VODs. So there are a lot of issues here that you're not considering when it comes to YouTube versus Twitch. I am an expert at Twitch's terms of service at this point. I say so much stupid shit and I don't get banned because I don't break the rules. Rules are rules for a reason and I respect them. When I ever am speaking to like a Twitch employee, I always ask, hey, look, if I ever do anything to cross the line, let me know. It's important for me to not cross the line. It's important. You know, yeah, we joke a lot. I make a lot of jokes. I laugh at a lot of things, but I don't break the rules, okay? And as someone who doesn't even know the rules of YouTube, YouTube doesn't make me any money. Think about it. You're not really like, you're just being a bitch. And I don't blame you, dude. Yeah, all right. No pants is easy to make fun of, and that's sick. I do it myself. Talking shit about no pants is fun as fuck. But don't forget, he's a human, and he's not trying to please you. He's not. You think no pants is lazy? That's probably because I told him to not do what you want him to do. That's likely the case. And why do you think I would do that? Because he's costing me a shitload of fucking money. That's why. You think I'm gonna waste all this fucking money on something and then produce something that frustrates me? No. He better do a good job for me. You know? That's the primary thing that I think you're not realizing is that he's my employee, not yours. He's not supposed to please you. He's supposed to please me. The shit's fucking expensive. All right? And there are many reasons why I don't upload my VODs, okay? Many reasons. And I said a few of them right now. But outside of all that shit, right, I have realized now that there is a group of people that's big enough to be fucking annoying that is likely not banned in here, but wants access to the VODs. And Twitch itself is not enough, right? Apparently, Twitch is not enough. Well, for those people, I don't know. I'm working on it. I'm thinking about either there are a few ways to handle that situation. Excuse me. So, I could potentially make a different channel that has VODs. I don't want to do that because fuck you. You know, that's negotiating with terrorism, dude. Fuck you, dude. You know, I have the right to do whatever I want with my own fucking content. I do. And if you disagree, you should say so I know who to fucking ban. I have the right. I like the idea of you not being able to watch the stream if you're banned. Believe it or not, I like that idea. It is awesome. It is awesome. And I also love the idea of someone being able to watch the stream because they are not banned. And the idea of that person thinking, boy, am I glad I'm not that other guy and I can watch this stream. I love that idea. It feels good. And I want that. Am I allowed to have that? I don't know. On Twitch I am. On YouTube I'm not sure. I think that my style is a little too weird for the average YouTube viewer. I think they're not used to it. Like the YouTube culture is expecting me to be this weird, greedy, money-hungry guy that like is always doing a call to action and like, do this below, do this over here. I'm live on Twitch. Here's the thing. Here's the intro. Here's the outro. Don't forget to sub. All kinds of fucking personal videos of my in my house and my fucking floors and my fucking, you know, all this weird shit that makes you into a fucking freak that thinks that you can tell me what to do with my business. You know, I get it. You know, I get it. But you're wrong. I have the right. I can choose. It's up to me. I like that about Twitch. You could do it however you want. Twitch lets you do it your way. And I appreciate that. YouTube is way more strict. You have to follow a formula. And I don't like that. Yeah, there are, look, I don't like watch YouTube to see what's going on in the Aris community. That's not, believe it or not, I got way cooler shit to do. I don't care about that. But when it becomes something where, you know, I don't mind, I like and appreciate people who like and appreciate me just by default. If there's another channel somewhere that really likes my channel and makes content out of my content, I don't mind. I never have, okay? But if someone is literally taking every video I ever make and uploading it in a place where people can literally go against, as Aris Tarantino, my entire script is to not let I want to ban you, and then you're not allowed to fucking watch. If that place exists, I don't want that. That's stealing. At least do some kind of transformative work, you know, to create like something that's yours. You can use my ingredients. I'm not even getting mad, you know? Create something that's yours. That's okay. But if you're going to take everything I do and upload it in order in an archive, you're crossing the line. It just, there's no other way to cut it. It doesn't matter if you're monetized or not. You're interfering in Aris Tarantino's wishes, and I have the right to have these wishes. They are expensive. Nopants is expensive. I have the right to get what I want as an employee out of him. And you don't! You don't! You know? Where did you get the idea that you do? You don't. You could think he's lazy. You could think he's a bitch. I think both of those things too. But it can't be because you are entitled. I'm the only one here that pays no pants to run my YouTube. So you have no right to, like, I mean, you can do whatever you want. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to tell you to not be a hater. Hell no. Go right ahead if you want to be a hater. Okay? But if you're going to fucking get in front of me, I'm on my way to Good Day City. Okay? It's at the next exit. If you're going to get in front of me and get in the way of me getting to Good Day City, or whatever the fuck that place is called. I haven't been there in a while. But let me tell you, I'm not going to like it if you're in my way. You understand? Tomato Town. Exactly. Anyway, unless I feel like I don't remember every little detail about this scenario, but that was... Would you guys say I did a reasonable job of explaining the situation and how I feel about it, like my side of the story, right? I know I don't usually give you guys so much of a, inside look at this type of shit, but this is a situation where I think that your input matters, and I want to know that I'm not overstepping. I don't want to be audacious. But I want to have the right to create a place that is curated, And I don't like the idea of being, like, banning someone and then he goes, all right, fuck Aris. I'll just go next door and leave a comment in the fucking comments and I'll subscribe to this building next door where they steal all my streams and up. Do you think I want that to exist? You're such a stupid, worthless, cocksucking moron. If you say, why would he take that down? It wasn't even monetized. You're so fucking dumb. It's no wonder that you are commenting on YouTube videos. Anyone who comments on YouTube videos is subhuman. Only fucking morons do that shit. And do yourself a favor. If you want proof, go to a YouTube video, scroll down and look at how many comments start with the word bro. Then tell me I'm not right about that. YouTube comments are for fucking retards, especially the types of comments that are not helpful. Critical or, like writing a review and a YouTube comment on whether or not you agree with the thing you watched you're a moron if you're doing that. Simple as that. You don't know you are, but you are. You're the type of person who's trying so hard to have a power. You want power. And you think YouTube gives it to you. And when they say thumbs up, No Pants is a lazy fucking bum. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Think about it, dude. You don't fucking pay No Pants. I pay No Pants. He costs me money. Don't you think No Pants should do what I want him to do? Which in this case is not upload all the fucking VODs. Here's another example of a VOD that I don't want uploaded. You want some fucking inside Aris Tarantino's head? I'm not exactly the biggest fan of Tekken, right? I don't want to give Tekken a YouTube video of me watching it on stream with 100,000 views or something because I think Tekken 8 sucks. So as a result, I'm not going to upload my archive. How about me doing the sponsored stream of Clive, right? Namcops paid me to stream Clive for 2 hours. They did not pay me to upload a VOD. Do you think I'm going to upload a VOD? Namco, I just really like you. And I'm going to upload this VOD for free. And give you all this free advertisement for a game I don't even like. Think about it, dude. You're just too fucking stupid. You're just thinking like, where's the VOD? Fuck No Pants. But you're not thinking about it like a real world scenario. Dude, there are certain things that are very, very appropriate for Twitch. For example, something appropriate for Twitch is sitting in a room with a bunch of your homies, watching a Tekken tournament and hating on it the whole time. The shit's literally fun. Tons of people are in here. Everyone's having a wonderful day. But is that something you really want to highlight to be recorded in history on YouTube? Is that something you really think is appropriate to put on YouTube? No, dude. That would be like inviting all your homies over to watch the Super Bowl, but then recording that entire occasion and then putting that recording on YouTube. No, dude, you come over to the party, you eat the hot wings, you eat the nachos, order pizza, kick it with your homies, and then it's over. You weren't there? You didn't show up to the Super Bowl party? Well, maybe you will next time. That's what I like as Aris Tarantino. Am I allowed to like that? Is it okay with you for me to have a style? Can I be different than your favorite YouTuber or your favorite streamer that uploads their VODs? Am I allowed to be different? Can I have a 720p green cam? Come on, man. You know? It's one thing to be a bitch and leave comments hating, but it's another thing to think that you can control shit just because you like me. You can't control shit. It's my movie, dude. Anyway, I talked a lot. I hope I did a good job explaining myself. I really feel like this is the type of thing that you have to come clean in a really thorough way, because then they'll be like, Eric says this, but then he goes around and turns and does this, and people are so fucking insane. They're like dogs. I don't want anyone's eyes. Believe it or not, I want good quality fans. Good quality fans. They're not all the same. Good quality fans, the ones that are sick, that laugh and are, just fun, and pleasant. That shit is fucking dope. Low quality fans, they think that they can talk to you in a way where it's like you owe them something. That's a low quality fan. I don't want it. I've been doing this for a long time now. I'm an expert at enjoying it, So let me enjoy it. Let me do my thing. There are so many other streamers out there, so many other YouTubers. To get off my fucking case and leave nopants alone. You fuck with nopants, you're fucking with a disaster. Do you understand? You have no idea who you're fucking with if you fuck with nopants. He does an excellent job, and I'm the one who pays him. All right? You have no idea. Trust me. He may look like an anime pussy, but there are people who got nopants' back that you don't want to fuck with. Sure, he is an anime pussy. Right. But doesn't mean you want to fuck with him, okay? Simple as that. Anyway, let me get up and stretch. Thanks, Slam Adams. Thanks. I suspect that the people who are fucking pissed off at nopants are the same people who are dicks to Harada and Murray. I know it. Because that army, that 300, that's like the real 300, dude. They can defeat the entire fucking Persian army because they're such loudmouth cocksuckers. All they do is they go everywhere and open their fucking mouths on the internet. They're really like the 300, dude. It's just a few little bitches who are fucking banned by Harada or me, and they're, that's just the way it is, man. Can't even stand the chance. Who was the king's name in that movie? The guy that had the nose ring. Leonidas? King Arturo. King Arturo and the Persian army, dude. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Hey, Slam Adams, thank you for the $50. I didn't see that. I appreciate it a lot. Thanks. Thanks, Felicia and Jay Priest and Laz Toast.